Hi everyone, you're on Handzel Travel channel. We are Masha and Philip, a traveling couple. This time we are in Iceland, and in this video we will show you how to spend an active day exploring the western part of Iceland. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel for more travel inspiration from around the world. If you're planning your own trip to Iceland, make sure to watch our previous videos from this adventure. We will leave the links in the video description. Snaefellsnes Peninsula is often called Iceland in miniature because it has a little bit of everything: mountains, glaciers, beach, volcanoes, and fishing village. First, we are heading to a very popular Instagram spot, Kirkjufell Mountain. From a certain angle, it looks like a perfect cone, especially with the little waterfall in front of it, but honestly, as we got closer, it was immediately clear that this one of those Instagram illusions. In real life, it's still nice, but not as mind-blowing as the photos suggest. We have seen far more impressive mountains in other parts of Iceland. We decided to park the car and have a picnic lunch while enjoying the view. There is something magical about eating outside here. The air is so fresh, it feels like it's cleaning your lungs. A little tip for you: park a little farther away from the paid parking lot near the horse. You can stand there for free and still have amazing views. Our next stop was the small fishing town of Olafsvík. It's a charming little place with colorful houses, a big rainbow painted on the road, and a peaceful atmosphere. The rainbow here is bigger and also it's quieter than Reykjavik, in some ways probably because there are only few tourists around. We even noticed quite a few Polish people living here, which is interesting. Iceland has actually become home to a large Polish community. Some towns have Polish shops and even Polish language signs. We found a place with a name so long that our phone couldn't fit it on the screen in one shot. We tried to pronounce it and failed miserably. Icelandic has some of the longest and most complex place names in the world. The longest one has 64 letters. Then we drove across the middle of the peninsula to reach the other side. Along the way, the scenery kept changing: volcanic cliffs, moss-covered lava fields, and even a snow patch on the mountains. On the way, we saw another camper van that had been tipped over by the wind. Sadly, this is quite a common sight here. The winds in Iceland can be extremely strong, especially in open areas. That's why we always recommend renting a 4x4 with a rooftop tent instead of a tall camper. It's much more stable and also gives you more flexibility when camping. We eventually arrived at the beach known for its seals. This place is only a couple of hours from Reykjavik, so it's quite popular with tourists. There are strict rules here. You can't approach the seals or make loud noises. Watching them in their natural habitat was one of the highlights of the day. After that, we drove toward Reykjavik and stopped at an area where you can see huge clouds of steam rising from the ground. It's from a hot spring venting through the earth. Standing there feels like being inside a fantasy movie. You can actually hide inside the steam clouds, but you have to be careful. The steam is boiling hot, just like from a kettle. There is also a spa nearby if you want to relax in geothermal water. Geothermal energy is one of Iceland's biggest resources. The country uses it to heat homes, generate electricity, and of course for these natural spas. That's it for today. This was the perfect way to wrap up our Iceland adventure. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't seen our other Iceland videos yet, make sure to check them out and see you next week. Goodbye.